Welcome back to Get Ready with Juanita. If you'd like to see how I got this look today, please keep watching. So I've already prepped my face, and today I used the Naturium Vitamin C Serum. Then I went in with the Drunk Elephant Whipped Cream Moisturizer, and on top of that, I went in with the Glow Recipe Dewdrops, and it's been sitting on my face for several minutes now. And now I've also noticed I'm flaring up again from the Hashimoto. So my face is a bit red, so it's a really good day to wear makeup and cover this up. Anyway, so I'm going to, the nice thing is I got at my brushes for my face last night and cleaned them up. And so I'm going to go in with my Dior stick. And this being probably my current favorite foundation since I've been trying it, but I still have more wear tests to do. And I'm just going to spread some of this around. This product just blends out so beautifully. I'll just go over my redness here. And I'll get my hair out of the way and I'll go on my forehead. Perfect. I'm actually going to add just a little bit more here because the redness is still peeking through there, and I just want to try to even out my skin tone. And I'll do my cheeks right here and here again. This product, I was just so amazed by how nicely it dried down and how easy it was to spread and just how light it feels on the face. Like, I remember when I was a young teenager, products would just feel so cakey and heavy on the face. And then I was at school for a long time. And then when I went back to trying makeup again, I couldn't believe how light the foundations were feeling. But then I got into sort of some of the higher end brands, and wow, like they even feel nicer, and I'm like just so amazed by that. So I'm just going to touch up around my eyes with my Charlotte Tilbury color corrector, this being my current favorite one just because it's so light and you have to use so little, and it's just a thin layer. So, and also, like, I've been noticing too just how much products crease. And I find that this under, especially the Natasha Denona High Glam, creases very little. So I like that. Okay. And then I'm going to be using my Dior concealer today, just because where I'm like sort of noticing these things now that I'm doing these videos, I would really like to see what products work the best. And I'm noticing little details I probably didn't notice before. And so I'm appreciating that. Oh, itch. And then I'm just going to start spreading this out. And the nice thing too about the Dior, like I used a dot and that really goes quite a far way. Like the Dior concealer, I've really loved um, since the beginning as well. Now, which one do I prefer more? I'm unsure. And I think that now doing this, I'm able to, and I'm taking more notice of the more minor things. I'm figuring that out as I go. But the one thing about the Dior is that it does dry down. Like even the concealer dries down really nice. Okay, beautiful. All right, I can just pick. All right, that's feeling really nice. So let me see what I have for cream products. I'm going to put on the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I think I'm just going to use a different brush. I'm going to use my e.l.f. brush just to try this with this cream product today. There we go. Yeah, I like that. That's a smaller brush and it's sort of keeping the product more localized, and that's what I was going to go for. Okay, so I don't have any cream blush to put on, but I'm going to just set down the products I have, and I'm going to be using the old formula of the Givenchy. This is my little travel one. Okay, I'm just going to use a little bit of this, and I'll just pat out under my eyes. And then I'll use a little bit of this Givenchy. Now, out of all of my setting powders, this is my favorite, but they discontinued it. Or it's not they discontinued it, they reformulated. And the reformulation is nothing like the old. So, or they've taken out the good stuff. So, I'm hanging on to mine for as long as I can, or until I find it. Well, I do have decent replacements. I can't say that I don't. This just tends to be my favorite. So my replacements would be the Laura Mercier hydrating formula, because that really does work well for us more mature and dry skin ladies. I found that this formula, though, the old Givenchy really worked for oily skin, dry skin combo. It didn't matter. And it is, you know, it is my favorite, but you can't get that one anymore. But there is a new one coming out, but it's in a pressed powder. I'm going to try that and see, does it measure up to the loose powder? I hope so, because then, we have a good replacement for the loose powdered one, which is my favorite. But I do like using all sorts of products. Another great powder is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powders. They're beautiful. I also really like, but it's really sets down, but I used very little, so I didn't get that cakey feeling. And then there's the Hourglass Veil, which is a nice one as well. I gotta say, I really enjoy all of those formulas. I also heard the Makeup by Mario was good, but I can't confirm that because I've never tried it. Okay, so I've got my base products on, and I'm just going to go off screen and get my eyebrows done, and I'll be back in a second. I'm back, and I got my eyebrows done as well. I created this look today, and I'm going to be using the Vintage palette by Arttitude Cosmetics. So it's called the Vintage Neutrals. And again, I am blown away by another Arttitude palette. This one is simply gorgeous. So this is the color Story. This is my first time using it as well, this palette, and I'm pretty blown away. The formulas are just beautiful. So I'm going to first start off with this beautiful orange shade down here. And I'm going to start building that right in the front of my eye. Now, why I did this look today, I don't know. It just spoke to me. It's the color of the shirt that I'm wearing, and then I looked at the palette and I saw these colors, and I'm like, oh, I've got to try them. Oh, this time I'm going to catch myself. Bam, I got my light on. Okay, so I'm just going to start building the orange shade up in the front portion of my eye. And I'm going to use a smaller brush, this brush here, and I'm going to take some more of that orange, and I'm actually going to come down and around. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start building up the beautiful green here on the outside. And I'm going to be meeting the two. Okay, and I'm going to use, let me see, a smaller brush with the same mint green, and I'm just going to bring it down. Okay, and then I'm going to use a smaller brush. Let me just see. And I'm going to go in with this deeper orange up here. I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm going to build that up right here. Just sort of blend that in. Okay, and it's going to give that initial color some depth. Perfect. And then I'm going to use a smaller brush, and I'm going to, wait now, I'm just trying to keep track of all my brushes. I'm going to use this deep, beautiful green here, and I'm going to deepen my shade right here. take a smaller brush and I'm going to bring that color in. And I'm going to take this brush. I'm going to give this a little wipe. Where's my, under my laptop? I'm going to give it a wipe. And then I'm just going to go in with this beautiful light orange again. Just going to use that just right here just to lighten it up. But I'll make it deep again. There we go. Now I'm going to go in with my NYX glitter glue. The NYX glitter glue. Just going to apply a little bit. Right there. And for the shimmer, I had to use the smallest amount. This one right here. It is so beautiful. Like, I just barely touched it, and so much came on my finger. We're going to start putting some of the glitter down right there. Now it's not straight up glitter, it's just the eyeshadow, the glimmer eyeshadow. God, that's gorgeous. And then I'm going to go in with this lighter shade right here, use it on a different finger, and I'm going to use it around the bend. Beautiful. Wow. That is so beautiful. Now I'm going to use my brush and just sweep this in. Wow. I hope you guys can see that. I mean, that is absolutely beautiful. All right, and then I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more of the dark shade and just to blend those together. And then I'm going to take a smaller, it's actually, you know what, it was this one here, a smaller detail brush into the dark green. I'm just going to smudge along here. And then I'll go to this one and we'll just smudge that out a bit. Lovely. That looks really good. I like that. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, let's see now. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. contour palette. And I'm just going to go above the brow bone. And then I'm going to contour my nose. And then I'm going to use this bronze here just to contour my nose. And in all honesty, this palette alone has beautiful powders in it. Like, this contour palette is really nice. So if anybody was sort of curious about it, it's a more affordable brand at Walmart, right? You can even buy this stuff on Amazon, like e.l.f. products and that. And even the Revlon lip balms that I got, you can get them on Amazon. That's where I got my ones, because where I'd have to wait, longer here to actually see them in the stores. So I went on Amazon, and sure enough, they were there. So much you can get from Amazon now. But when it comes to like my eyeshadows and all my eye products and that, you have to order from like the sites. Okay, so I went in I didn't realize I was going to go with this sort of look today. And there is a blush that I'm a little bit curious about using, and a little bit sort of excited to see what it might look like on my skin tone. So I think I'm going to give it a go, just because I put that orangish color on the inside today. It's from the Cheekbone Beauty brand, and it's their cream blush, and it's really orangey in color. So I'm like, I wonder what that's going to look like on me. So let's give it a go. Why not? Makeup is fun. Hmm. It's not what I thought. I thought it was going to look so much more orange on my skin, and it's not. I'm totally surprised. But that's the thing with, like, knowing your undertone. Like, I have a neutral undertone, and so like how products show up on me would look different on somebody with like a cooler undertone. Um, wow. That is crazy. I didn't expect that. Anyway, I'm glad I tried it though. And it is a pretty blush. I'm not going to lie. And it dries down. So that is a nice blush. Now, what am I going to put on top of that? Because I think that because I'm so bright in my eyes, I'm going to want to sort of stay neutral with my look today. I don't want to be pop a color, pop a color, pop a color. So I'm going to go in with a more neutral powder. So which one will I use? Oh, you know what? I think that I'm going to go in with the Risky Raisin shade from Singe Beauty, because this is a more neutral color. That looks scary too, but you don't have to use like a ton of the product. And so I'm going to use this brush here. It's a little bit looser, so it's not going to be, pick up so much and be so dense. Let's just see what it's going to do. Yeah, it certainly makes that cream product a little bit more towards that neutral side. And I'll blend everything in with my powder, my finishing powder. Beautiful. Okay. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is just go in with my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. We'll just blend all of these products together and lighten up the blush edges so that it's not so, yeah, see, that's all you've got to do is just go around the edges, and it's really going to take away the sharpness of the blush and blend it all in nicely. Do my nose where I've got it contoured, blend it all in. And I always found, and one thing I truly did learn, because like after doing my really colorful makeup looks, you really got to trust the process, because it can be very intimidating at first. And I find when everything goes on, it all comes together. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, the Airbrush Flawless. And this just melts it all together so nicely. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to do my eyelashes. I'm going to be using the Exaggerize mascara by Charlotte Tilbury. I do love my Charlotte Tilbury. And then I'll be back in a minute. Okay, thanks. I'm back and I have my mascara on. And all I have left to do now is to apply my lip products. And I'll be using one of Charlotte Tilbury's lip cheats, and this is in Pillow Talk Medium. And so I'll just put this on my lips. Okay. And then for my lipstick today, I'm going to be using Pat McGrath. And I believe it's Nude Venus. Let me just verify that. Yeah, Nude Venus is the shade. Such a pretty neutral color. And Pat McGrath's lipsticks are really quite nice. And what I like too is that they last so long before you have to touch anything up. And like yesterday, like the wear test on the Hard Candy Lip Shine, that wore off much faster, but then again, it's a little bit more of an affordable product, and it's beautiful. It's just you'll have to apply it more frequently. Anyway, I'm liking how my makeup turned out today, and I'm really loving Arttitude Cosmetics so far, being the second palette I've tried from that cosmetic brand. And I will be definitely keeping an eye on them and probably purchasing more, because I absolutely love the color stories. I absolutely love the formula so far. Really beautiful. So anyway, if you guys don't mind, please subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell, and that way you're notified of any future uploads. As well, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a like and leave a comment. I'd love to hear your opinion. Anyway, I have to say, I'm feeling pretty good and I'm ready for my day. And I wish all of you guys a good day too. Bye.